Hello beautiful people, I hope you're all having an amazing day. Today I've done this look for you. I'm super excited about it. I really love how it turned out and I just think it is so beautiful and just a step away from the classic smoky eyes that you see. I've really been loving the copper smoky eyes recently, so I thought I would step out of my comfort zone and use a few different colours, and I just love it. I really am super stoked with how it turned out, so if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. So I'm starting out by priming my face with the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I used my By Terry flat foundation brush for this. I love this primer. I've been using it so much recently and it just literally keeps your makeup flawless and just staying in place all day. But it doesn't tend to give me a glow, so for that I add the L'Oreal Paris Lumi Magique primer, and I just put this to the high points of my face, so basically where I want a glow coming through, it is perfect and it really intensifies your highlight later on. So I am loving this combination at the moment. For foundation, I'm going to be mixing the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops in the shade G20 with the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturiser in the shade Greenland. I always like to apply this with my beauty blender. I feel like it gives the most natural finish. This is quite a lightweight foundation, but the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops really intensify the pigment, so you kind of get that flawless base without the heavy coverage payoff. For brows, I'm going to take my Anastasia Dip Brow, and this is in the shade Auburn. I really love to apply this with my Zoeva Browline brush, but I have a video on this, so I will link it below if you'd like to see it. Applying tape literally makes a world of difference, so I'm taking the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and this is a Zoeva Concealer Buffer Brush. I'm putting this all over the lid, so I'm extending it above the crease, and this is going to help neutralise our lid and also give our eyeshadow something to grab onto. So I'm taking the Morphe 35K palette today. I'm taking a really light shimmery shade with a fluffy crease brush. I'm pushing this all over to set down that MAC Painterly Paint Pot. Then I'm taking this kind of light dusty shade, it's kind of like a dusty mauve, and I'm just putting this into the crease and pushing it upwards a little bit, so I'm slowly creating the transition. You want to do this first before you put on the duochrome shadows. It's just going to give you a nicer base and a nicer gradient. So then, because we've gone a little bit lighter at the top, directly in the crease I'm taking this kind of cool toned brown just to add a little bit of dimension. And then just buffing that together. I blend like crazy, so that's what you'll be seeing a lot. So to give it a darker effect in the outer corner, I'm taking this By Terry Terribly, I think it's a Kohl Terribly pencil, and it is in the shade Blue Vision. So I'm just applying a layer and then smudging it out with a Zoeva smudger brush. This is just going to intensify the Kiko shade and also give it a lot more dimension. So also along with this dimension, I'm adding a sort of like a tealy green Kiko shadow pencil to the inner corner. Again, this is a nice dark base for the duochrome later on, and it really gives it something to stick to. Whenever you're doing a smoky eye, putting down some sort of cream layer first is going to make the world of a difference. So going back in with that dark brown shade, I'm just making sure that these cream products blend into the crease nicely. I don't want them going above, but I do want them to transition well. So this is the Inglot shade I was talking about. It is freaking gorgeous. I love it. It is definitely best applied with your finger and then blended in lightly. I just find the colour payoff is a lot better when applied with a finger compared to a brush. So taking some of this black shade, I just wanted to darken the outer corner. So I'm taking a London School of Makeup smudger brush and just smudging this into the lash line and then slightly above, just to give a nice sort of cat eye finish, but nothing too crazy. So I'm just curling my lashes, and then I'm going to be applying some of the Chantecaille False Clips Mascara in black. I really love this little sample of the mascara I have. It is really good for the pre-false lash application. For concealer, I'm taking my Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, and this is in the shade Light. You've probably seen this 1,000 times, but I really, really love it. I think in my lifetime, dramatic, I have gone through about 10 of these. I love them, and I can't imagine myself not getting it. I do those little concealer lines on my jawline or above my jawline just because I don't really contour a lot, so I find it helps my bronzer look a little bit more contoured in the end. So this is the same beauty blender, and I'm just using this to blend it all out. Again, it just gives a flawless finish and it doesn't make the product or the concealer look streaky. I decided I wanted to add a little bit more black, so I'm just doing that with a large shader brush and then blending it in. Then taking that same By Terry Blue Vision eyeliner we used before, I'm just pushing this onto the lower lash line before smoking it out with a bit of that black from the Morphe palette. Then I'm taking my Urban Decay 24/7 liner in the shade LSD. It is this beautiful sort of blue toned iridescent shade, and that is going on the waterline. And then to line my top line, I'm taking the other end of the pencil in Perversion. I'm doing a small wing with that black shadow because I didn't want to put any gel liner over top of the duochrome, but I definitely wanted the rest of my eye to look quite defined. So using a small wing liner brush from Zoeva, this just gives the perfect amount of definition. For lashes, I'm taking the XO Beauty The Wanderlust lash. I absolutely love this lash. I think it is so gorgeous. Lashes just really amp up the volume of a smoky eye, and I think it really blends it all together nicely because sometimes your lashes can get lost in the darkness of the colours. For face powder, I'm taking my favourite at the moment, which is the Bourjois Healthy Balance powder, and this is in the shade 52. I'm using a Zoeva Luxe Face Definer brush to apply this, and it just goes on like a dream. For bronzer, I'm taking the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and mine is in the shade Medium Deep. I always like to apply this with my small blush brush. I think it's really nice and precise and gives you sort of like the application exactly where you want it to go. And I love this bronzer for sort of like a matte finish. It is beautiful and it smells like chocolate, so bonus. For blush, I'm taking my Jane Iredale Sheer Honey blush. I love this blush, it is probably my favourite, and I have broken it, so that is why I didn't show it, but I'm applying this with a Zoeva Luxe Sheer Cheek brush and then blending it back in with that bronzer brush. For highlight, I'm taking the beautiful Kevyn Aucoin Candlelight highlighter. I adore this highlighter. It is definitely a little bit more subtle than some of my other ones like Champagne Pop and Laura Mercier, but I love it all the same, and I just apply this quite heavily where I want it with a fan brush. For lips today, I'm going to do two looks, but the first look I'm taking the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London. It's one of my favourite nude shades. And I'm taking the lip gloss that is basically the only one I use, and this is the Buxom Hot Toddy lip gloss. I love it, I love the smell, I love the feel. It's kind of like a peppermint tingle, and I think the look is just beautiful. So this is my nude look, and then if you wanted to do a dark lip along with the darker eyes, I'm going to do a sort of like a burgundy red. So I'm taking the MAC lip liner, and this is in the shade Burgundy, and I'm just lining my lips to get a really precise finish. And then for the lipstick, I'm going to be taking the MAC matte lipstick in the shade Diva, which I love for the autumn or the winter. I think it is a really gorgeous colour, and these colours go really well together. So this is a more dramatic look if you feel like you want to spice it up just a little bit more, which I really liked as well. Guys, look what my dad just bought me. Isn't he the cutest? Some pikelets with jam and a cup of tea. Definitely need it. Definitely need it. I've just like shut myself away in my room for the last few hours filming, so a great respite. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you try the look yourselves, and if you do recreate it, please tag me on any of my social media that I will list down below. And if you do like it, please give it a subscribe and a thumbs up if you want to see any of my future videos. But apart from that, I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. If you want to check out any of my latest videos, just click the video here. Bye!